Hey guys, how's it going? Happy New Year and hope you all had a good time over the holidays. Today's video has been something I've been meaning to do for a while. So, about 4 months ago, I made a video talking about different kinds of OJ players. And I said in that video, if we get 50 likes I'll make a part 2. Thing is, I kinda have a goldfish brain, and kinda forgot to check until recently. I was playing in ranked, fought a mega passive Todoroki and thought about that video, which reminded me about the 50 likes promise, so today we're finally gonna do part 2. But before we get into that, you see that button about 2 inches below the video? Please consider pressing it to subscribe to the channel. If you do, or if you already have pressed it, you'll be blessed by the OJ gods and will have good luck for the next 1000 years. Anyway, back to the video. Let's start off with a type that's slowly starting to become a problem, the Time Waster. This is the kind of player who will fight you until they have more health than you, then run away and dodge all your attacks until the timer runs out. Don't get me wrong, Time Wasters have always been in the game, but as new characters get released and other characters get things changed around in patches, we're starting to see more and more people doing this. Luckily, only a small percent of players do this though. Any character can be played this way, but the main two I see being played like this are Todoroki and Tetsu. It's especially annoying with Tetsu, because if he uses his PU1 or PU2, he goes into his steel mode, and while Tetsu's in this mode, you can't do any damage to him until it runs out. You can attack Tetsu, the only problem with that is that you can't do regular attacks, as Tetsu has super armor. Yes, you'll still be able to make his steel mode run out quicker, but it will leave you wide open for an attack since it won't stop him. And for Todoroki, he's the king of keep away with his ice wall. It's god tier, if used in this playstyle. It stops you from rushing, it stops your projectiles, it stops your assists, it's the ultimate shield. There aren't many ways to get around it. For number 4, we have a player type that I'm sure you will all be familiar with, and that is the unnecessary PU2er. This is the type of player that will get your health as low as possible, like 1 pixel of health, and then PU2 you. While this isn't really too bad, it's very frustrating, because you could have jabbed, you could have done a yellow move, could have used a quirk move, but no, they decided to PU2, and let you know that you lost by making you wait through the whole PU2 cutscene. Now, there's nothing wrong with finishing a match with a PU2, but personally, I feel like there's a cut point where a PU2 becomes acceptable. Actually, I'll show you, because I know a lot of people do this, even if they won't admit it. Psst, I'm looking at you, Lex. Okay, so if your opponent has this much health, go for it. It's fine. If your opponent is on this much health, it's a little unneeded, but it's still fine. But when your opponent is literally 1 touch away from death, don't do the PU2, it just makes you seem like a For number 3, we have the Noob. This is the type of player that's new to the game or doesn't really play it that often. Generally, there are 2 things that give someone away as being a noob. The first being how many points the player has, usually in the 1 to 500 point range. But this isn't always reliable, as some players may come over from other platforms like Xbox, Switch, PC, which is why we use the second way to definitively tell, the assists the player is using. The thing with new players is that they don't care about how optimal assists are or how effective they are, they just want to use their favourite characters. So if your opponent is using an assist that isn't one of the ones I'm about to show on screen, they're probably a noob. For number 2, we have the Rage Messenger. This is the kind of player that really wants you to know how bad you are at the game, even though you 2-0'd them in your match, even though they themselves probably got really cheap with spam at the end of the match. They need to let you know how much of an injustice it was that they lost to you. Typical messages you get from these kinds of players are, "You suck, bro. You suck at the game, spammer." Or my personal favourite, which someone actually sent by the way, "Your main is a Ink Q1 blocking Inkstain's katana Bandai Namco stick of dynamite with a bucket of Get good, noob." For the final type, we have something of an urban legend in the OJ community, and that is the Gigachad. This is the kind of player that doesn't care about what character is the strongest, and will play whoever they want. They will actually play and finish their matches, no rage quits. No running away or spamming projectiles, they will give you a like, win or lose. And to top it all off, they will even message you and tell you how much they had in your match, and that they look forward to fighting you at some point. This all sounds amazing, right? Well, the game has been out for nearly 2 years at this point. I'm not sure on the exact date, I'll put it up on screen. But in all that time, I've only ever met a few people who fall under this player type. The most memorable ones being SpareB, who is by far the best Night Eye player on Switch, and slowly becoming the best player on PlayStation 2. Win or lose, you'll definitely enjoy fighting them. Kura, the best, and I'm not exaggerating this, the best Todoroki player in the world. He doesn't spam Todo Red moves, doesn't spam Ice Slide and Fireball, and is the only Todoroki player I actually enjoy fighting against. And Incog, who means Uraraka, and is someone who always makes matches against them the most exciting and fun to play. And that's it, guys. Since the last video like goal got finished pretty quickly, let's say this time we try for 100 likes. 100 likes and I'll make a part 3. Hope you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.